Internal chaos in Theresa May's cabinet and government is seriously undermining the working of Brexit negotiations, according to a leaked internal report drawn up by the Irish government. The dossier, based on meetings between Irish diplomats and senior government officials in capital cities around the EU, shows the low esteem Britain is being held in across the continent while talks sit in the grip of deadlock. Leaked to Irish public broadcaster RTE, the document, which is based on diplomatic intelligence from the start of November, says that chaos in the Conservative government has alarmed a number of European countries. Boris Johnson and David Davis are singled out by EU capitals for derision and criticism in the report, which says UK ministers and civil servants are perceived to have been unable to agree on a coherent policy for Brexit. A Czech minister is said to have told Irish diplomats that Boris Johnson was unimpressive, but expressed relief that the Foreign Secretary had avoided making gaffes during their meeting. Two French ministers were also apparently shocked when Brexit Secretary David Davis barely mentioned Brexit during a meeting with them, despite the meeting having been trailed by Mr. Davis as an opportunity to bring France on side. Senior government officials in Latvia said the UK had made a poor impression and that the biggest problem is the chaotic political situation in the UK government. Swedish, Cypriot, and Slovakian all expressed concern over the UK's lack of a concrete offer on the financial settlement. A British judge at the European Court of Justice, Ian Forrester, is said to have told Irish interlocutors that in Britain there might be a slow realisation that Brexit was just a great mistake. The embarrassing details in the dossier come as the European Commission confirmed that President Juncker will be meeting Theresa May in Brussels on 4 December, ahead of a Crunch European Council summit. The European Commission spokesperson, however, blamed the lack of further rounds of formal talks between negotiators before the meeting on the UK. On each occasion, our British counterparts tell us what's going to be happening in terms of formal rounds. That's been the case on 6 occasions, he told reporters in Brussels. Irish PM Varadkar has asked for more assurances from the UK on the NE border. Getty Images: in this case we have the European summit, and if there's going to be a round, we'll tell you. EU has said it will not discuss future arrangements on trade and transition until the three separation issues have made sufficient progress: Northern Ireland, citizens' rights, and the financial settlement. Of these, European Council President Donald Tusk said last week that EU says citizens' rights require much more progress in order for sufficient progress to be granted as a European Council meeting of heads of state on 14 and 15 December. Mr. Barnier has given the UK one more week to make the progress so that preparations can be ready in time for the meeting. If the December deadline is missed, the next opportunity for sufficient progress to move talks forward will be a similar meeting in March. More about Brexit: Ireland EU reuse content.